being human with you. Together we can find a way. Being human, together we can find a way. Being human, beyond belief from this day. One voice rise and we can stand.
Wow, wow, wow. There's a hat trick of wows. Wow can at times be overused, but I feel in the case of this episode 11 of Being Human with You, wow is not overused. So much to share. Of course, we're going to be talking a little bit about England, but we are going to be using all of the things I'm sharing today as effectively metaphors. That's what I feel it is that I do. I'll be sharing a little bit, if you've not been following me across a variety of social media platforms. The Keepy Uppy challenge is going to be a bit more around the crossbar challenge coming back soon. But the whole idea is not just about I'm doing some football skills, it is a metaphor for life. And I feel the national team, the England team, congratulations, well done, wow, absolutely incredible. At time of recording, I stayed up until the early hours, and get this, it then was not a 1 a.m. kickoff UK time, it was a 2 a.m. kickoff. And to top that off, not only did I stay up and watch the match, I was up literally just a couple of hours later after the match to go to the gym. And I'm now recording this with a few snippets, so it's going to be a slightly shorter episode, but jam-packed. My goodness me. Extra time, if not in minutes, certainly in content. So, what is victory? You could say achievement, you could say success, progress. I keep coming back to the thought of recovering. Now, England's match v Mexico, victorious 3-2, one player sent off. Absolutely exceptional. Most of the fans in the Azteca Stadium were Mexican. And it was a really, really powerful atmosphere. I think there's been social media videos going around of the fans outside England's hotel letting fireworks off. You think of all of those things and you think of the odds. I don't think people would have picked England to be favourites. I think that's reasonable to say. But my goodness me, what a display of determination, resilience, overcoming together. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in terms of victory. This isn't a football podcast. For those who are watching who've never been here before, that's why I'm saying everything I'm sharing, I'm realising more and more, is a metaphor for being human and for life. So, England still keep their journey going. They've already been victorious, in my opinion, completely. That's not dismissing, diminishing. Yes, of course, wouldn't it be incredible to go all the way to the final and win? Of course. But I think we need to turn that narrative around. That might come out in some of my Keepy Uppy videos. If I explain, for those who don't know, keeping the ball up in the air without letting it touch the floor. I can't use your hands, feet, knees, chest, head, shoulders even. I've not got to that point yet. Back in the day as a teenager, I used to do 3,000. And then I thought, yeah, it never leaves you. It might not be the same. That was an interesting laugh. It might not be the same, but it never leaves you. But also as well, victory is at times humour in the face of adversity. Now, I know I've been through my own journey. I've shared that previously. I'll share that again in the future. I'll be sharing the journey of others. This could be whatever you apply it to be. There's an open-ended check. There's a blank check. Whatever victory is for you, sometimes it is purely and simply, and it can be for all of us. I know it has been for me, even in recent times. Getting up, getting out of bed. That's a victory. It's time for us to celebrate progress. But before we have a look at some of the videos, I want to dive into a video of Harry Kane. It's not the interview afterwards, if you've watched that, but again, what an absolutely exceptional human being. You can just tell. You can just tell. And within this interview afterwards, Harry had partially lost his voice. I'm not sharing that. I'm sure that will be everywhere. But even that, the victory over the situation, he carried on. He carried on. Didn't kind of think, oh, this makes me look a bit of a what's it? Carried on. You know, this is something very, very special happening, and not just in the UK. For me personally, I'll express me, this is not nationalism, but I think it is recognising some of the superior national traits, as there are in all countries, and as there are in all human beings. So let's move it aside from trying to make it, this is just about England. And as human beings, those characteristics of triumph over adversity, resilience, strength, picking up and going again, recovery, I've already mentioned that. But I caught this little video. It's only just over half a minute, and it just amused me. And it showed the team spirit. So I think there's another example for all of us as human beings, supporting each other. And if people are doing something publicly and they're endeavouring, aiming, their purpose is to try to uplift, support it. Because the problem is too much gets support that's negative. I see individuals like Piers Morgan, and I think he's made a career, this is my opinion, I'm entitled to it, of tearing down. It's all about argument, it's all about conflict. Let's turn that around. Rather than keep clicking on that, let's click on moments like the ones I'm going to share. Some of them are mine, some of them are the England team. And these are metaphors for life. The music I write, the podcast I do, the Keepy Uppies, the book coming at the end of the year. It's not books, it's not music, it's not a podcast. This is all about aiming to lift. And the more we can do that, the better we're going to feel and the better society is going to be. My expression, Mr. Harry Kane, I think you are an absolute legend of a human being. This is brilliant. Watch this.
H. Possible.
It's a comfortable 9-iron for him. They're gonna go nuts when he hits this thing.
Come on.
Get in there, Harry. I absolutely love that. John Stones supporting. In everything, competition. I have talked about competition. It's not always bad. It depends on how it's used. If it's used to lift, to elevate, everybody raises together. Mexico, of course, couldn't have had the match they had without England. And my goodness me, they themselves as well. So let's applaud that. It's not the victory of winning, it's the victory of keeping going. So I'm going to go through some of the keep-ups now. And I'm going to continue to do these. Spoiler alert, I did reach my goal. I didn't want to share it on the day before, the eve of England's match against Mexico. I was aiming to reach 100. That was the aim before England's match against Mexico. I won't spoil it for you. Many know anyway. I'll be sharing this, I'll be sharing more, but these clips, the intention is the metaphor of not giving up. So let's go for clip 1. I can't even remember what this one is. I went through a different numbers. I'll give you the numbers in a moment. Here we go. Come on, Raymond. Boom! Get in there. That'll do for now. So that's that recent record broken. Now, how are we going to do this? I've got a feeling I'm going to move the camera somewhere near to the goal. I'm a few yards away, and then I'm going to do the crossbar challenge. Walk this way, and then I fall face over apex. So there we are. That's one video. So the crossbar challenges will be coming back. 21. Sorry, let me start that again. 27, 41, 54, 60, 67, 70, 74, 84. Young lad counted. I thought it was 82. He said 84. Brilliant. 98. Hold your breath for a moment. So let's look at another video, but again, these are metaphors of life. This is why I'm sharing it. At the gym, individuals are sharing, encouraging. We're all on our own journey of achieving our personal best. And that's not just in football, that's not just in the gym, that's in life. And we can play a part in encouraging others to do likewise. I choose to focus on utilising the platform I have here, the development I've made in my own personal life, the communication that I like to share to reach as many people as possible. That does not and never will diminish the one-to-one difference that people make in the lives of others. It's nothing to do with stage or anything like that. I did use the term platform, that's just to describe what this is. But it enables reaching more people. And as much as England inspired a nation, it's actually, ironically, some might not like this, for me, it's got nothing to do with football. That's the point. That's the point. It's the victory of keeping going. You're going to hear a message from Anthony Gordon. I had the incredible privilege to spend time with Anthony in the car a few years back. And then, it was before he even moved to Newcastle, let alone Barcelona, before he was a regular in the England team. And his mindset, wow. And we can be the same. We can look at life as keeping going. So video 2, I can't remember what the number is here, but let's watch this together. Just over a minute. Head over to TikTok. Most of the videos are there. Ray Coates Voice. You'll find me everywhere. In all of the platforms, there is a Linktree link, which will enable you to also find me everywhere else. So one link and you'll find the messages I'm sharing. I'm having to catch up with my thoughts. The messages I'm sharing, you'll find them on all different platforms, and it's all about aspiration. Victory over circumstance, keeping going, being human, not perfect. We're not aiming for perfection. We're aiming for progression. I can't even remember what the number is on this one. Let's watch it together. 41's the target. I ideally 50 is the target. So I've put the camera down a bit, lower centre of gravity, a bit more Messi-esque. $54. Boom. The next target, it's got to be 60. 54. High five. Have I enjoyed making these videos? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Very, very much. It is a fractional return to the past. Check out on the YouTube channel, this channel, if you're watching here in YouTube, which I'm assuming you are, because that's where I'm sharing it. Might be snippets elsewhere. Past, present and future series. Another example of what's being shared. Background music. I didn't realise this, but 2 songs from the current album, Oversoul, The Reform, particularly directing you towards Bandcamp. That's where a lot of the music I'm going to be sharing is going to be exclusively. For time, I will ultimately share even more Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music, YouTube. You'll find tons of music there already now. Remember that link tree, because that gives you the opportunity to find more. And then, of course, the idea of that, lifting, elevating, aspiring. So, like a galaxy starman. And here he is. I think he's got such a great attitude. Listen to Mr. Anthony Gordon talking about the team, the collective, and the relentless keeping going, and what difference that made to the collective success.
What was Coach Tuchel's halftime talk like after going down a goal?
We have a saying, it's pound the rock. I don't know if you heard that before. But it's basically, you have a big rock in front of you, keep cracking it until you start to see cracks appear. And that's what I was talking about then with Rashi and Noni. Obviously they've come off and they won't see any of the headlines, any of the success, but it's their work in the first half that grinds both fullbacks down, that allows me then to come on when you're a little bit tired and get the space to give us a H to score. So it's a team effort. It's not about me, not about H, not about anyone. It's about every single player.
Pound the rock, pounding the rock. So that was after the DR Congo match, and Anthony Gordon there is giving credit to the previous players, Marcus Rashford, Noni Madueke, and he wasn't kind of taking all this plaudits himself. He was amplifying the collective, the team. And again, I feel that's a metaphor for life, because within, for example, what I'm doing, but not just me, others too, it's amplifying this human collective. What individuals do at times, which is genuinely hand on heart, not too critical because I understand it, is focus on minimal. Sometimes that's necessary. But if we can expand at times to a greater collective experience, that's amazing. Use our experience to pound the rock, to keep going. I did, and we're now going to find out what that led to. That's why I'm sharing it. Nothing to do with, look, I can do so many keepy uppies, because I definitely can't do 3,000. Will I? Who knows? You never know. But I set as a target 3 figures. Did I reach it? Pause. There's a first. Ray's gone quiet. 104. I'm not even bothered how much that was on camera. 104. I'll be back. Mr. Tuchel, Harry and company, do your best. You're amazing. You're absolutely incredible. Ex-professionals can bite, can bait, they're just say, oh well, you know, we should be playing da 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 da. You're where you are. Aptitude over altitude. Keep going like you did. DR Congo. As Anthony Gordon said, that's stone. Keep smashing it, breaking it down. And I love that as a team, together, collectively. Amazing message, Mr. Gordon. Incredible. And I now have achieved a goal, which is over 100 keepy uppies. Got to work on the spelling of that one. Before England play Mexico, 1 a.m. UK time. Am I going to stay up? I'm not too sure. I think I'm just going to go home now and lay down in a dark room. So it's amazing what you do. Incredible. And let's keep celebrating that. So I've done it. New personal best. We've gone 27, 41, 54, 67, 70, 74, 84, 98, and now, drum roll please, 104. And you know what's amazing about that is 98 before 104. And I thought, oh, my legs are tired. My legs are tired. Am I going to make it? No, go again. This was at time of recording yesterday. So Sunday afternoon. I really, really want to get this 100. That was the aim before England kick off against Mexico. And I did. So it's proof of a target, an aim. Keeping going. I do appreciate, I want to say this, those in social media who've given me encouragement. Well done. Wow, you know, keeping it going. I know you'll see videos of other people who are doing far, far more keep up stuff. I had to speed up the videos, as you've noticed. The first couple were in real time. And the more I do, the more I will do. The more I do, the more I will do. There's a very, very simplistic message. So what is victory? What is it to you? How do you measure victory? And I'd love your comments to be in the form of how that's encouraging for others. I'm not doing any virtue signaling saying, you know, victory is just over 100 keep-ups. That's the metaphor. That's the metaphor. Yes, I'm very proud. Yes, I'm very pleased. But it's something that I used to be able to do previously. I'm now revisiting. You're never too old to achieve something. I might not achieve 3,000 again, but that's not a reason for me not to try to do as many as I can. And over a period of time, 27, 41, 54, 60, 67, 74, 84, 98, and now 104. I might focus, just to give the legs a bit of rest, I'm moving them about now, on the crossbar challenge for a while, but I will be back to see if I can get 105, etc, etc, etc. Remember, there is the Linktree link. Go to that link, surf around, have a look around. If you don't want to step fully through the door, have a look through the window. Go and have a listen to the music. Share it with others. And also, if you want to share anything with me that is your victory, your success, please do. Because that's what I'm desiring to amplify together. So England v Norway, next match, 10 p.m. UK time, Saturday. So that's going to be amazing. More to come. There'll be snippets of this full podcast across social media. And let's keep going. Let's keep making steps, strides. move as much as we can, make victory in the mind, in the heart, in the soul, in the physical being, and encourage others to do likewise. We're going to play out now with the third track from the recently released album Oversoul the Reform. Remember, in Linktree you'll find the Bandcamp link. Download the album, encourage others to do the same. There's albums, there's single, Being Human, the title track music. You'll find the single only in Bandcamp, nowhere else. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye.
Evolution, revolution, creation is it time? Follow the science, time's reliance. Is it flat or is it round? Money trial, blind compliance is the research found. Follow the trail, systems rigged to fail. Time marches to its own sound. Time flows, hold it, don't waste it. Time flows, eat it and taste it. We are here beyond, in the moment gone, never lost in the throng. We are here, more than one song in a clock. Our time to be